Creativity to me is the thing which makes life worth living. It's that thing which shows the world can be a slightly different place. It can be meaningful to us. Creativity ultimately for me is the meaning which we bring into our lives, and more of it is an important thing. It's important for our children, and as we go through life often we lose a bit of sight of creativity, but bringing that in and recognise its importance is one of the great things which you can do in life. Right now, the mission for us is that we're creating the world's largest marketplace for independent artists, bringing more creativity into the world. Redbubble is a global art and design marketplace which was started in 2007. The way in which it works is an artist comes to Redbubble, they upload an image, then a consumer comes and they say, I'd like that image on one of the 64 different product types which are now available on Redbubble, and we coordinate the manufacturing for that product for that customer at the time which they order. A single product for a single customer. It's created through what's called print-on-demand technology. But my co-founders were Peter Stiles and Paul Van Zeller. Peter, his background had been in technology and in business, and very early on he'd actually been in the military. But Paul Van Zeller, he was a designer. He's got a design studio. And I think it was a lot of the influence of Paul Van Zeller and his team which really inspired us to think about it as a marketplace for independent artists and designers. One of the real challenges with marketplaces is when you're first starting out, they're very hard because you don't have any sellers and you don't have any buyers in our case. So how you actually solve that problem is very tricky. And for Redbubble, from the first 3 or 4 years, the site was growing very, very slowly. There weren't very many customers coming to it. And what became really important during that time was how we engage with the artists. And I think that's guided our culture as well. We think of the artists we don't think of them as suppliers. They're really, we feel and think of them as clients, people we're trying to serve. So those community connections were really important in those early days. I think one of the nicest things about Redbubble is finding that artist who happens to be from France or Portugal or from wherever they are around the world and making a connection to them, recognising that we are, a global species and that we need to deal with our issues on a global basis. So, at Redbubble we're very much committed to that ideal, that sense of a shared humanity. The thing which I think we're entering an interesting phase as human beings. Our problems now are global and our solutions are global. There's a recognition of the interconnectedness of all people. So the problems that when people come up with regional solutions or highly state-based solutions, that's actually adding to the fragmentation, adding to the sense of isolation. Whereas for Redbubble, it's actually making the connections. As I look back, I think the thing which I'm most proud of is that right now, many thousands of artists are making a living out of Redbubble. Many hundreds of thousands of artists are earning money out of Redbubble. And for all of those people, Redbubble is validating their experience as a creative person, as an independent artist. It's saying your art is worthwhile, somebody else is interested in it. And that's what I'm most proud of.